has it evolved much since you've started, or have that been the same focus the whole time?
I would say that the focus itself hasn't really evolved. It was more about like the problems we tackled evolving and getting more complicated, I think. Like we started out like with a very specific charter of improve our go-to-market process and our enablement. Like we need to be better at making sure customer success, sales, marketing, everybody has what they need in order to handle their pieces of the business when a feature launches. So that was like our first kind of stamp that we were given to follow. And along the way, I think we've just picked up more on that same operational efficiency kind of theme, but growing it into, all right, now how do we standardize bug intake? How do we put some process around how we plan work? What other fundamental measures can we get in place, like template libraries, customer interview prep guides, archive libraries for customer interview outputs so that PMs can cross-share the learnings that they have. And then, sort of as we and product management matured, then like what the areas of our focus kind of mature with it. So now we were focusing more on, all right, now let's look at our wider portfolio management. And that's kind of what led us to Dragonboat. How can we have a better picture of our end-to-end organizational portfolio roadmap? And this effort also included things like establishing a scoring model, refining our planning and road mapping processes, implementing working backwards, and looking at our end-to-end product lifecycle and how do we operationalize sort of like the artifacts that the PM need to create along the way, discovery and research activities, and not as a means to be prescriptive, but like just giving them tools to help guide them and help us have like a baseline foundational standard of how our product management organization operates, so that when you're moving from team to team, you're not getting these like varying things happening. So a lot of standardization has been a big focus of ours as well.
Yeah, it sounds like it's evolved quite a bit since you started. So
yes.
I'm curious,
and
how do you see it?
It'll keep evolving.
Yeah, how do you see it continuously evolving? It could involve tools, but just like the overall team itself, do you see it growing? How do you see the product ops working with the rest of the organization in the future?
I think it'll continue on the same trajectory, but pulling in more responsibilities and starting to expand in different areas like data collection, data tools management, processes and methods that will enable PMs to access, digest, and act on information to make even better data-driven decisions without all the overhead that they have to go through to harvest and find the data. So I think that's probably the next evolution for us here.